Welcome to another episode. This time we're starting off at the town once more because we are not finished here. I talked about it last episode. If you were there, very happy to see you again. But we're still going to go forward with the project of today. I just want to recap a little bit before actually, and trying to get you guys to up to date on what's happened in between episodes because I've been busy. So to begin with, I've added more houses, like I said I would, inside of the this area of the town because I needed to get more houses to, so we got a little bit more tighter building and a little bit more rooftops and everything. So it feels more like a town actually. All of these houses has that I have added have all been from previous designers and everything on Planet Minecraft. So if you guys haven't watched the last episodes, it's from two persons on Planet Minecraft called Layari Studios and another person called Wither Leo. They both have made packs of houses that I've used here. So all of the new houses that you can see are either same houses that I've already built, just in different shapes and forms or something, but changed up a little bit. But mostly I've used the same houses over and over again. So together with that, I've also added some details. So for example, we have some pumpkins and a little bit of greenery. I've also added some ferns here to make the grass look a little bit different and everything like that. I've textured and moved in some roads to go into each and every one of the house entrances as well. And I'm really happy about the whole town actually. I'm really glad that I've made this. It's been a sort of goal, dream, something that I wanted to make in Minecraft for a long time. And maybe in the future I'm going to actually make my own houses also. But right now we have this town here and I'm really happy about it. We're also going to show it from an overview point because it's much easier to show it here. And like I said before, if you have seen the town before, you see a lot of new houses. It looks more densely populated, which was what I was after. I could, of course, add more houses and even more things, but I'm really looking forward to actually building more other stuff. I also want to end the season and everything like I talked about a couple of episodes back. So instead, we're going to leave the town here. I'm really happy about what I made so far and it actually looks like a town, so I'm happy about it. So yeah, what is today's project then? Well, I've talked about guilds also. This is the big building here is the guild hall, where it's sort of center for the guilds that I'm thinking in this probably fantasy world that I've been building here in Minecraft, is that this sort of lore type of things, story type of things, is that this town has popped up maybe after or before the castle, but I think after the castle is abandoned. That's because sort of thing, and the church or the cathedral has been built afterwards, and also the town has been built afterwards. That's why it doesn't have that much prismarine blocks and everything like that. Maybe something like that. So we have different building styles and building things, some so to speak, like that. And instead of the castle being the main house or the ruling part, we have the guilds. And the guilds are sort of different areas. They are part of different groups that sell different things and go out and gather materials that are very different from the area that we are in. So I'm going to build some of these guilds today. I'm hoping to build all of them in today's episode, but we'll see how much I actually manage to go forward with. Okay, so after that time lapse, you can see that a lot of buildings and changes has happened over here at the town. And like I talked about, these are the guilds, and you can see all four of them. The mine that we have over there just beyond the cathedral. And I'm of course going to show you each and every one of them, but we're going to start with one that I actually built and not time-lapse because it was such an easy build and so little video time would have gone to it, so nothing to actually show except the finished building. So following the path here over towards the village, and here we have a little bit of a plantation or grove or something that they have planted, gotten some cherry trees going here from pretty far away, was my thought at least. And then we have this little stall here that we can sell the wood to the villagers that want to come and get it. And we also have some sort of storage area here with planks on top of this bridge or this platform of some kind, and then I have these logs here, both the stripped and the regular ones. And then we have some saplings still that haven't grown yet, and we'll see if they actually grow. Oh, yeah, that one will at least. So yeah, I want to give the feeling that we have a very tightly forest here of cherry leaves, so that's why I'm waiting for some of the saplings to still grow, but they take a little bit of time because as soon as I built this, because I built this first, I just left the area a little bit and gone with the other projects that you saw in the time lapse. So we're going to continue on towards the second area, and of course the cherry wood was pretty simple to explain. They sell cherry wood. Here out in the area of water we have a more sinister looking place. This guild, I assume, is going to be in the deep dark. They sort of have gotten a portal or some sort of a walkway into the deep dark, which is inside of this very yeah strangely looking tower. And the deep dark of course has gotten out into the overworld here, or it is in the overworld Minecraft wise, but we still have like for example the different yeah, it's sort of a more disease like here, and that's why it has been confirmed to be on this island, because the skulk here doesn't, oh sorry, that sounded a little bit too much. The skulk here doesn't like to be like can't go underneath or in water, so that's why it's just on this island that was here. There, change location. I need to step away from the shulk or squeaker. I'm not going to talk away. The screechers and everything like that. So we have this big tower here, and I've gone with a very what I think is a very simple design. It just has these cracks, so it looks a little bit more mysterious. We also have some trees and some tentacles that goes into here. And I just want to show you guys how it looks inside the tower as well. It's not much, but it's a little bit of it. So I'm going to run over there, and I'm going to probably clip it because I don't want to destroy your ears with the skulk things. Okay, so inside the actual area here, I have just made this very simple design that you maybe have known the fog effect that you can get in Minecraft, where you layer glass on top of each other with one air block in between those glass layers, and it looks like some sort of fog or a deep chasm or everything like that. And I've done it here as well. I'm going to use it as well in the mine that you probably saw watching the time lapse. So I've used this technique twice now inside of this episode and this project. But this here, and it's just to make the similar eerie feeling that yeah, they have this ladder going down, but it disappears into the darkness. Nothing is here, and it's very scary type of thing. I've really tried to go with the scary type of feeling over here on the island, because this is a place that no one wants to visit. But yeah, the deep dark guild maybe trades in the more shadier part of town, or they are actually a guild that gets all the different people here, but maybe not the regular stuff or something like that. So back to the second place here. I'm going to go towards the end team tower here. And you didn't see this, but I actually made a copy using Lightmatica, of course, of a regular end ship. And this is actually all of this is taken from the end. I hadn't enough materials to actually build the end ship myself. So instead I went into the end. I got a replica of the ship, and then I just pickaxed everything and make everything taken down, kept all of the blocks, taking a shulker box with me with those full, and then come out here and rebuilt the actual boat inside of here. The only thing that it doesn't have is the shulkers actually placed. I think maybe if I placed one shulker, no, nothing of the sort. So no shulkers, but I think that what the end guild, that I'm going to call this, has done is that they've for some reason went out into the end and got inspiration and wanted to of course sell the end items here in the overworld. And when they came back, they used these ships to go in between the dimensions and go in between the end and here, and also transport all of the goods. But they also didn't exactly remember how the actual end towers and everything like that looked, so that's why it looks a little bit different from some of the things. We have still some of the elements from the end towers, like the sort of pyramid shape, even though it's a little bit placed on a wrong side. We still have these pretty tall towers and also this rooftop design here that I have, because the regular Minecraft end towers looks like this as well. And then I went with some also differentiate, which I don't think you saw, or maybe you saw in the time lapse. I don't remember actually now, but this staircase that we have here that goes around and around and around the tower. Usually when you are in Minecraft, you go inside the tower, and it's also sort of spiraling with jumping and trying to get to the next level and everything like that. So here I went with, they thought that was tedious or too hard or something like that. So when they built the tower, they made it on the outside instead. And I can even show you, it's not much to look on the inside even, because I have to crouch and then go in here. I was thinking that actually using this, when I designed the first this tower, it wasn't for the guild actually. It was supposed to be a mob farm, and I was supposed to use different glass types here and everything like that. But then later on I decided that I didn't want to use it, so instead it got repurposed as this end themed guild instead. So yeah, that's some part of the buildings. We're going to go over to the second part here, which is one of my favorites actually, with the whole mushroom deal going on here. I'm just going to sleep first so we get rid of all of the mobs and everything like that. So yeah, there we have it. So this big mushroom here, of course this is supposed to represent the mushroom islands, or just big mushrooms in itself. I really love the mushrooms that you can build in Minecraft, even though I haven't done much of them. I really like how they are, you can build them. Missing the tree I wanted to go to, we can go here instead. So yeah, we have this mushroom here that I've tried to make a little bit magical with having these lanterns, both blue and yellow lanterns that goes and hangs from the ceiling and everything like that. And of course, this guild is more mushroom types. I'm thinking sort of mushroom people go in here, all sort of foresty people as well. I'm trying to find a word for a character that I don't remember right now, but I want to sort of reference. But yeah, there we have it. So I really like this mushroom. It's big, but it's also looking rather nice here. And of course, it spread its spores, so that's why we have the mycelium here on top of the hill. And then we have one last place to visit, and it's also one of my favorites actually. It took me a while to actually define and how I wanted this. I just know that I needed a mine of some kind. Uh, this mine, of course, is inspired a little bit by dwarven culture and like this sort of thing. I'm thinking either the Mines of Moria from Lord of the Rings, something like that. But it's not much that I've actually used from those images or something like that. I just went with big, large entrance and these things that probably looks like some sort of bigger mine transportation platforms, carts that transport out these different ores and emeralds and everything like that. So what I did, first and foremost, I terraformed a very large amount of this mine, taking away all of the mountainside behind this whole thing. But then, because first things first, I was going to use this facade as putting it where the actual terraforming was ended. So around here somewhere, around this spot here, the terraform was supposed to end, and I would put this in so they sort of have placed it inside the mountain. But then I took the schematic that I had for it, even though I didn't actually use it when building later on, but I still had it so I know where I could place the entrance. And I thought that it looked much better having it out here a little bit more standing on itself from the actual place. So what I did was that I, instead of having this just very flat facade, I made some towers going around. So I just used the same design I have on the front here on each and every one of the sides. And then I covered up the whole sort of entrance thing, because I used the stone here to make this shape that we have that they have carved out. I just went with a big deep slate box around it so it could look good, and they have built some sort of structure. And then we have the nature coming in from the terraform, putting it back essentially, and making these rows and everything like that, and looking like Minecraft landscape again. So yeah, I'm really happy about it. And like I said before, at the deep dark, I also went with the fog effect over here. It's not really the same thing, because I think it's both because I have some sodium mods, I have some mods for getting the glass to connect to everything, continuity it calls. I think they are not working together to get these lines that goes into the glass here. But I still think that we get the feeling for it, even though it's not that right now working like I wanted to. And I think it would look a little bit better if we could get it out of here. But I still think we get the feeling for it, because I tried to make a sort of motion, something going on in the mine. So that's why we have these transport carts here, where on this one we have diamond and emeralds coming out, and then later on we have one empty one that's probably on its way to go back and gather more stuff. And then we have you can or hopefully see it there, if not YouTube compression everything changes that, you can see a little bit of gold ore in there on the next cart that's going to come out after this one. So I tried with that, and I also went with making these wheels out of grindstone, so I'm really happy about using those as well. We have the railways here, and then I also went with, to make a good transition between these different deep slate, and then what would they do when it comes out here where it meets the grass. Well, maybe they are putting the carts a little bit further away. I didn't have time to actually make it like that, so I was content with just using this. And maybe they are going from this very industrial thing to over to the grass, and it gets muddy, and that's why I decided to go for these rooted mud blocks. That's, I think, looks a little bit like, oh, they have gone with the things, and have sort of shaved off the grass, and it's gotten muddy and everything, like it usually does in industrial areas, at least in my opinion, or in my experience. So that's why I try to make a little bit more motion and try and get it to look like it's actually an area where some people are working, and like it's something that happens in here. And I still like it very, very much, and everything. Yeah, the whole thing, the guilds, everything. I feel like this was the last thing that I needed. I even put in some sort of roads as well. So I went with the idea that the castle is abandoned, so that's why we have this very wonky type of pathway. It's still people go there maybe to explore or something like that, or they go a little bit, and or it's still remnants of when it was a road. But all sorts of different stuff has changed, and it has nature has taken over completely over here. Same thing that we have a little bit, I try to make it obvious that we have this very more fuller path that goes here, but it's still a working path for the workers and everything, so you don't go out here to actually gather stuff. They probably selling it in some of the shops here, shops that I also wanted to build, but I didn't have time. So yeah, we're content with this. So instead I made this path a little bit fuller, and then it connects to these actual roads that I think either has been like eroded, since they some in some form of history they made it to the castle to begin with, but have completely disappeared. And where the areas are still used, there they have decided to go for the roads being there and maintained and everything like that. So that's why it looks like it is. And hope that you guys really liked it as well, and hope that you've liked the episode at least, because I'm feeling like, yeah, this has been it. It's going to be everything that we have over here, and we're going to end it there because I'm really happy about all of these different projects, and I really want to get this episode out to you guys. So yeah, with that, hope you have enjoyed the episode, as I've said. If you did enjoy the episode, remember to leave a like, maybe comment and tell me what you liked about the episode. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future episodes. We're very close to season 4 right now and changing location. So hopefully you'll be with me on that journey. We'll see each other. Goodbye.